Hi, parents. I just finished my San Pedro Kids video and it was all right, except that I did something wrong with my glove. And so when I'm recording, the letters are facing in the right direction. And then when it plays back, it's not. They're backwards. But I just don't have the heart to redo the entire thing. So you'll have to explain to the kids that this is supposed to say fear. Um, Sorry. Enjoy that, and then enjoy the rest of the video too. And try not to think too little of me. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, San Pedro kids. It's me, Miss Dawn, and I'm so happy that you're joining me again another week for week four of our San Pedro Kids weekly videos. And I hope that you all had a wonderful Easter together with your families. We had a nice Easter at our house. Today, I want to talk to you about something that has been affecting our family every day, and maybe it has been affecting yours too, and that is the idea of being afraid. So raise your hand right now in your living room if you are scared about something right now. It's okay. You can even raise two hands if you want to, because there's no shame in being afraid of something. Um, right now, these are strange and uncertain times, and so it's hard for us to maybe feel as strong as we normally do when things are more reliable and predictable. And life is kind of weird right now, isn't it? And so it's easy to be scared of different kinds of things. And in our house, we talk about our fears almost every day because people who I live with have fears pretty regularly, and so do I. And so today I want to talk about what do we do with our fear, and I want to demonstrate how we can see our faith in action when we are feeling afraid of something. All right, so I have two empty plastic bottles today. And they look the same. They're the same size and the same shape, but there is a difference. Can you see the difference? Yes. One bottle has a cap on and one does not. Okay. So let's talk about the one that has the cap on it first. This one with the cap is full of faith. Now, you can't see it, but it's in there. All right. This other bottle without the top does not have any faith in it. It's empty. All right. Now, sometimes when we're going along in life day after day, we think we're doing fine, and then out of nowhere, fear comes in and crushes us unexpectedly. Have you ever felt that way? That you were doing fine, you were feeling strong about it, everything, and then out of nowhere in your head or in your heart, something suddenly makes you feel super afraid. And it's like the fear is just coming down on you really hard. Have you ever felt that? I feel that way a lot, even as a grown up. Grown ups feel fear too. Now, what do you think will happen to this bottle that doesn't have any faith in it when fear comes along? Let's find out. Doing another experiment. All right. So here's the bottle. This is our life. We're just minding our own business. But if we don't have any faith, this might be what happens when fear comes in and crushes it. Wow. Fear was able to crush it. What about this bottle that's filled with faith? Remember, it has the cap on it. So it's all filled with faith. Here comes fear in this faith-filled life, and it's coming along to crush it. And let's see what happens. Look at that. With faith, we get strength from God. And so the fear is not able to crush it when it's filled with faith. I think that's pretty great. I think that's pretty exciting that this faithless life was able to be smashed very quickly and very easily. And the one that's filled with faith stayed firm. It stayed strong. What a relief, right? Because we're Christians and we love Jesus. We're filled with faith. We are like the bottle that has the cap on it. Doesn't that make you feel good? Now, we still feel fear pretty regularly. But if we have faith, there are things we can do about it too. With faith, we get strength from God. Jesus once said to his disciples in Mark 4:40, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" Even his disciples were afraid all the time. And Jesus wanted them to have the faith they needed to overcome their fears. So we can't see faith itself. It's invisible. It's in our hearts. It's in our minds. But what faith produces, we can see in our lives every day quite easily, like strength and courage and peace in our minds and self-control in our actions. We do not need to worry or be afraid of anything when we have faith in Jesus. So what do? I want you to try something today. I want you to try it with your family. I want you to think about maybe 2 or 3 things you're afraid of right now. Maybe it's sleeping at night. Maybe it's not being able to see your friends or your teachers at school. Maybe you're afraid of this happening all the way through summer. We don't know yet how long this is going to go. And I want you just to write down your fear on a little piece of paper. It doesn't have to be an essay on a big piece of paper. Just write it down on a Post-it or something. Or if you can't write very well, maybe you can ask your mom or dad to write it down for you. And then I want you to take that fear and just fold it up. You don't have to crumple it. Just fold it up. And then I want you to put it in a box. Just put it in a box. Put all your fears in a box. Sometimes when I'm feeling anxious or afraid, I like to think of giving God my fears in a box. Listen to that bird. That's God saying, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. I like to put all of my fears and all of the things that make me anxious into a box. And then when I pray about them, I like to imagine that I'm giving this box to God and saying, here you go, God. Here are my fears. Will you take them? Will you keep this box for me? Will you take care of these fears for me? And then I ask him to give me back something. Not the box full of fear, but I ask for him to give me back his peace, his presence. I ask God to help me not worry, but to replace my worries with his goodness, his faithfulness to us, his mercy, his strength. And he does that. He can take out what is making us afraid and fill us back up with things that we need from him. They're like gifts. God can give us the gifts that we need to feel better in uncertain times where we feel afraid. So if you're feeling scared this morning, don't worry. You're not alone. A lot of us are feeling scared these days. And it's normal to feel scared, and it's okay. And it's also good to talk about it and to talk to God about it and to let him replace our fears with good things that he can give us. And he will do that. You have to have faith, like this full water bottle that couldn't be punched. You have to have faith that he is going to answer your prayers. I'm going to pray. Dear Lord, please take our boxes of fears. You already know what they are, but we want to go through the exercise of handing them over to you so that we can feel you take them from our hearts and that we can feel you fill our hearts with the things that we need to replace those fears. Please give all of the children and families watching this peace, love, joy, faithfulness, goodness, kindness, gentleness, self-control, any of the other fruits of the Spirit I'm missing, and all of the other wonderful things that you can give us, Lord. You are capable and good, and you hear us and you love us. And I pray this with my faith. There's the bird again. Amen. Now, parents, in the email that I have sent you, there is a link to this coloring page. If the kids have actually colored this one before at Wednesday Night Kids, and I thought it was a great one to bring back. Have faith in God, Mark 11:22. It's a wonderful reminder to put our faith in him and to not let our fears take over. So feel free to use that if you're looking for a coloring activity this afternoon. Now, y'all, I love you. I'm praying for you. You're not alone. I'll see you next week.